and welcome to another edition of Ladies Let's Talk Biz Live. And we are really excited because we have an exclusive with Shashicka Tyre-Hill from Miracles Home Care. She's actually situated in Atlanta in the USA, and she's an amazing entrepreneur because she actually turned her $700 into a multi-million-pound business. And Miss Hill is a CEO, mom, wife, author, success business coach, and speaker. Shashicka, am I actually pronouncing your name correctly before we start?
Yes.
I am. Thank you. Just wanted to say once again, thank you for joining us. In a nutshell, we hear, some of your background, but it would be great to actually hear from you, about how you got started and, what inspired you, and just learn more about your journey, really.
Okay, well, my grandmother, she took sick with cancer. And this was back in, I want to say, she took sick with cancer in 1999. And she died. 2000, I wanted to, that's okay. In the year 2000, I wanted to start a home health care agency. And I took $720, and I started my home health care agency. Well, let me start off by saying I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out of school in the 9th grade because I had, my daughter. And, so I went back and got my GED. And I started Miracle Home Care with $720. And in 2010, I made my first million. So
wow.
It took a while. It was a process. It took 10 years for me to see, $1 million.
Okay, so it was hard work. You had to obviously put the graft in and so forth. But because when you were starting out, there probably wasn't like now. You know how you hear more about business coaches and success coaches out there. Who was you actually looking up to support you? Where was you getting your information from?
Well, I was actually caring for an older lady who was a billionaire. And, she taught me a lot about managing money, and, she taught me how to properly run a business. So whenever I needed, something, I would go to her and ask her the questions, and she would guide me through it.
Excellent. So actually you were getting the advice and support from somebody, who'd been there and done it, and you were actually doing, like, the business for somebody before you actually opened your own setting. So that's really, really amazing.
Yes.
Well, exactly. That is brilliant. But I hear that, you've got 7 settings now. So how do you actually manage, like, motherhood, being a wife, and actually team and having so many centers? We'd love to know any inside tips that you could share with us.
Yeah, sure. Well, what I did was I got my first, business off the ground, which is Miracle Home Care. And once it started taking care of itself, and I trained the right people in place, that's when I started branching out to other locations. So, it didn't happen overnight. I made sure that one location was taking care of itself first, and, the people were trained properly to run that location before I even considered opening up another location. And then after that, what I did was I went, I started my home health care, I did the home health care agency, and then I started the adult daycare. And from the adult daycare, then I did the transportation. It just took off from there.
Excellent. So you've done like lots and lots of different things, which is amazing. And you've even got a book called, and I'm really looking forward to actually reading it. I'm getting excited. Blessings and Miracles, memoirs, and you've got the Miracles of Success. So could you tell us a little bit about that and how that came about and how people can actually access that information?
Okay, well, Blessings and Miracles is a book about my life, and it starts from age 4 all the way up until about maybe 33 years old. And it just talks about, the different trials and tribulations I've been through in my life and, where I came from and, the struggles and everything. It talks about a whole lot. So that is Blessings and Miracles. And the Miracles to Success is 14 diamonds to help you dream, jump, and fly higher. That's basically like a book, for keys to success, how to be successful, what to look for, the do, the don't. It's like a dictionary, basically. When you go to try to look up something, you can find it, and it's right there. The answer's right there.
Excellent, excellent. So if somebody like from the UK or anywhere else, because we do have people connected with people in the US as well, where could they actually get those books from?
My website is it's Shashicka, SHASHICKA, Hill.com. That's my website.
Okay. And I was going to ask you as well, and how long did it actually take you to write the book?
Well, actually, I'm going to be honest, I had a ghostwriter. Again, because I like to be honest with people. I dropped out of school in the 9th grade, so, as far as the level of education, is not really there. I just thank God that, He gave me the wisdom, the knowledge, to start my home health care agency. I did have a ghostwriter. So for those of you who don't know, how to even get started on writing a book, there are ghostwriters out here for you. And what I did was I told her the story, and it actually took about 4 months for her to complete the project. So, I told her the story, and she put it in the form of a book.
Excellent. But like you say, it doesn't seem to have mattered that, you didn't finish school because you've used your common sense and, as you say, wisdom. And, I see that your spirituality has played a big part in, in your life and so forth. But where do you actually, I know God has given you the talent and the wisdom, as you said, but where does your drive come from to actually do all these things?
Well, my drive come from, I really love helping people. And I'm so addicted to older people. And then, especially those who cannot help themselves. And I feel like they've been here and, they took care of us, so it's our time to take care of them. So I have a passion for older people, and I just love helping people. So that's what really drives me. And I'm going to be honest, like I have clients right now, with Miracle Home Care, and, they don't even pay for services. I'm giving free services, and that's because I have a heart, you know what I'm saying, doing what I love doing. And I mean, I love it, whether or not I was getting paid or not. This will be something that I will still be doing because I love caring for people.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to have your heart's got to be in it when you're doing something. And, you mentioned that, your memoirs went up to your age 33. And somewhere, I think, on the internet, it listed that you were named on Forbes. Was it for under 30s? Could you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, ma'am. Actually.
Oh, ma'am, that's so American. I love your accent because nobody says it in England.
I love yours. I love your accent.
Sorry.
But yes, ma'am. Actually, they reached out to me and they wanted to know a little bit about who I am, and they wanted to know my story, and they thought that it was very interesting, and they were like, wow. And actually, I'm the first African American at age 20 years old to even start a home health care agency in the world. So they found that to be very interesting. Yes.
Which you are. So, you must go around. Do you go around and speak to other young women, because you were saying about high school and things like that, to give them inspiration? Do you go out and speak to the younger generation as well, to give them hope? Because, like you said, one found you interesting, yeah?
So what I do go out and I speak to... No, that's okay. I do go out and speak to young ladies. And when I speak to them, my thing is to them, I dropped out of school in the 9th grade, and I'm successful. But at the same time, if I would have had the education behind me, I probably would have been a millionaire a long time ago. You get what I'm saying? So school is very important, and stay in school and, pursue your dreams and, your vision and your passion. But at the same time, education is very, very important.
Okay, and you've got your own children as well. What do they think about their mommy being a multi-business owner? Are they young entrepreneurs themselves, or what do they think about it? Mommy being a businesswoman, yeah.
Well, my daughter wants to she wants to sing, so she's right now she's at rehearsal, so she wants to be she wants to do welding. So, they're kind of drifting off, trying to do their own little thing. But what I'm doing is I'm really trying to train them up to take over the companies that I have, so that, one day if, something was to happen to me, they'll be able to run the companies, and maybe they can leave it, the companies,
the legacy's there, and it's just going family from generation to generation. So that's really good.
Yes,
but,
ma'am.
I did. Am I correct that you've actually got some other businesses as well? A barber shop. Is that correct? How did that come about?
Yes, ma'am. I recently sold it because that wasn't in my field. Actually, my godbrother, my mom raised him, and he came to me and, he was like, I really need your help. At that time, he had his own barbershop, and he needed, me to open up something so that, him and, the barbers with him can come in and work. And that's what I did. So I had the barbershop, I want to say about, once he got everything situated, and was able to pay me back my money that I put into it, I gave it back to him. So, yeah, that really wasn't my field. I was just doing it to help him out, but it was very interesting, I can say. And, it's nothing that, I would want.
Yeah, but you've helped, you were able to help other people as well, which is brilliant. And did you have a Caribbean takeaway as well?
Yes.
Did you used to work there, or did you train people to do that for you, and then you just had it as a business?
They were paying booth rent, so I would come in, on Saturdays and pick up the booth rent, and I would as far as the bills, of course, running the business, you have to pay the bills, you have to, pay the insurance, the upkeep on in the building and everything. So, the whole management part of it, I did all of that. But no, I never worked there. I don't do hair.
Okay, I could imagine. All right, just wanted to say as well then, so who inspires you?
Who inspires me? God.
Yes, okay. And is there anybody, okay, God, the big man himself inspires you, and obviously you're led by God in terms of what you do as well. But is there anything that maybe he's got in place that the listeners might want to be, might be interested in, any new ventures that are going to be, that you're going to be doing this year that people could maybe get involved in?
Yes,
I know you do coaching as well.
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing business coaching, and I'm getting ready to go on tour soon, and I'm getting ready to come out with my third book. And the name of the book is Nothing's Too Hard for God. And I will be releasing that Mother's Day. So that's what we're working on now. And then, too, we're filming for a reality show that will be coming out later on this year. So it's a lot of things. And actually, we were filming today. We've been filming for a whole week straight. And I do apologize because I'm extremely tired. But we're working on a lot of things.
Wow, so that's amazing. But if people want to actually connect with you on social media, can you let us know the handles? I know what they are, but so the ladies and all the listeners can hear, so they can connect with what you're doing, and so that they don't miss, the launch of the book and things like that.
Yes. The website. The Facebook. My Facebook is Shashicka Tyre-Hill, and they can find me on Facebook. My Instagram is Shashicka Tyre. My Twitter is Shashicka Tyre-Hill. And then I'm on Periscope, so they can chat with me live on Periscope. And my Periscope is Shashicka Tyre-Hill. So I'm on every social media site that you can even think of.
So make sure you connect people.
And the list goes on and on.
Yeah, I was going to say as well that, I have seen one of your videos where you've got a rap. I was loving it. I was really laughing and that, because you did this little rap. People would have to Google it to look at it. And what can you say to others, to keep their confidence up, because, when people are doing things, that people might talk about you or say things. So how could they get the confidence like yourself to step out?
Well, you just have to really, if you have to be determined, and what other people say shouldn't matter. Only thing that matters is what you say and how you feel, and what God has for you. That's all. Because people are going to talk about you. People are going to say things like you can't. And when somebody say that you can't do something, that should push you even harder to get it done. You have to prove people wrong and know that God will never leave your side. Anything is possible.
That's right. And before we actually close up as well, because I know you are, as you say, got a lot on and so forth, have you got any closing tips for somebody who, like you say, was thinking of doing it, a business, but they're saying they haven't got the money?
Well, never give up. I mean, if you have a plan, the whole thing of it is, if you have a plan and know what you want out of life, you can take something as small as a mustard seed, and God talks about this seed in the Bible, and you can grow whatever you want to grow it to, but you just have to be determined and just don't give up. But I tell a lot of people, when I'm coaching them, make sure that it's your passion, make sure that it's your purpose. And one thing about a passion, you would never put it down. When you passionate about something and that's something you love doing, no matter what, you won't stop. You'll continue to do it. It'll be something that you love doing, and I'm telling you, you could turn your passion into millions and billions of dollars.
That's right. So there you go, people. We've had a lovely chat with Shashicka, and I'm really glad that you joined us. So thank you once again.